Here's a quick playthrough guide for Treasure Map versus Who's Who. For more explanation talk and of course replacement options, check out my preparation guide, the link for which will be in the description and the pinned comment. Versus the Intrusion battle and Who's Who, we are going to enter with our captain on Kinemon and a friend captain Jinbe, of course, the new Treasure Map legend. We are also going to use Treasure Map reward Dex Jinbe on Kinemon Denjiro for our strategy to work properly with the Wayno slots. I also optimized the point multiplier of this team using the new free-to-play ulti instead of Treasure Map legend Sanji. In stage 2, first activate Treasure Map Garp for special cooldown reduction and an attack boost. Then activate the new Treasure Map Rare Recruit Chopper to remove paralysis and get more special cooldown reduction. Then Bone Clay, who got his special back from Chopper, to give Kinemon his special back, but also get a full board of guaranteed Wayno slots and a base attack boost. Garp also has the possibility to give you the full board of Wayno slots, but with Bone Clay it's guaranteed. And finally we activate Kinemon to remove the damage reduction, increase our damage even more, and activate Treasure Map reward Jinbe to lock the Wayno slots on our free spirit units. Only attack with the units that have a locked slot to super easily take care of the first stage of Who's Who and move on to the final one. Now in the final stage, because of Jinbe's captain ability, we are not going to be inflicted with the HP cut because the damage will be nullified and we will have maximum health. What you want to do now is activate our friend captain Jinbe, who will pretty much, with his special and super class abilities, deal with everything on the stage. With his special, he completely removes damage reduction and gives us chain boundaries to deal with the chain debuffs, and with his super class, he completely removes the threshold for 3 turns. Then we activate Ulti to get a chain boost and help us, of course, increase our chain with Jinbe's chain boundaries, and now we just attack hitting our perfects. Have in mind, Ulti is not necessary to use, you can replace her with someone else by sacrificing point multiplier for either more damage or other utility. Versus Drake, we are going to enter with both captains on the Treasure Map Luffy Ace unit, and they can evade bind, which is very important. Also, if you have them Limit Break Plus, they will give you a much better captain ability boost. You activate both of them first to reduce the bind completely from your crewmates, but also get an attack boost and a color affinity for all of your team. Then you want to activate Treasure Map Mugiwara 56 Zoro to remove the threshold and increase your damage further, and finally Treasure Map Garp for a full board of guaranteed matching slots. You can also activate the other units for more damage, but it's not necessary. Versus page 1, the latest Kizuna unit, Brook, either in his 5+ or 5-star forms, will deal with everything on the stage, so we are using him as double captain. He can remove hunger before the preemptive event concludes, and after that you want to activate him twice. He will deal with attack down completely and also give you adjacent RCV slots. He will also of course increase your damage, and then activating the other Brook will grant you more matching slots. But here we actually also have Treasure Map Sabo, who if activated can give you even more matching slots and chain boundaries, and finally Koala for a color affinity boost. Generally Sabo and Koala, as you can understand, are not really important for utility, only damage boosting, so they are definitely replaceable with other units that can help you gain damage alongside Brook. Versus Ulti, we are going to use the other Kizuna featured unit in the latest Kizuna, 6+ Kid. We super evolved him recently, so we are going to use him as double captain, and in the final stage versus Ulti, what we are going to do first is activate him, and he will give us an attack boost, some super bomb slots, but also completely remove the threshold. Then we activate his super type as well for the guaranteed full board of matching slots to damage Ulti through the barrier and increase our damage. Wanda from Carrot Wanda comes next for an orb boost, but more importantly to reduce the opponent's defense to 0. In case you replace Carrot Wanda with someone else to deal with defense up, Zoro can help you get the orb boost, now he is not necessary. And finally we do activate the free-to-play point event Kaido to gain end of turn damage because of Driven Captain to bypass resilience. Versus Sasaki, my game crashed and it's not showcased properly here, but the friend captain 6+ Halloween Ace deals with both the special bind and the special rewind through his captain ability of course, then Christmas Chopper deals with attack down, Bon Clay with block slots, and we can make him an int unit, and if we want more damage, we can activate Ace for an attack boost and Blackbeard for chain boundaries. Bon Clay's super type can also work for a chain lock. Do not activate Doffy or Siryu though, they only here because they are int. Versus the main boss, Black Maria, we are going to use Treasure Map free-to-play Big Mom as captain with a friend captain V3 Jinbe, the new Treasure Map legend. For this team, it is actually pretty important to have the double special activation of Arena Sasaki. It is the newest Arena free-to-play unit, so pretty easy to acquire. I also have a video on it if you do not have him yet. And in stage number 2, what we want to do is pretty simple. First of all, we do need Despair sockets to reduce Despair, but after that, we are going to activate our captain to make all of the block slots matching, apply increased damage taken to Black Maria, get a chain lock, and also remove the threshold completely. Then we activate Arena Sasaki twice and he will deal with the Despair and also the attack down on top of it, but give us a color affinity boost and damage Black Maria as well. We are ready to attack and beat stage 2 now, but have in mind if you do want replacements, especially for Treasure Map Rare Recruit Chopper, you want to replace both him and Ulti with one unit that removes the defense up and another unit that removes attack down in the final stage. I extensively discussed about that in the preparation guide. In my opinion, there are two options that are viable here. The best one though is to replace Chopper with free-to-play Sai, Wayne or Raid Zoro to reduce defense up, and then Ulti with an attack down remover. But in the final stage with this team, we activate Jinbe to remove special bind and get a color affinity boost, then our friend captain Jinbe for chain boundaries to remove damage reduction, and then his super class for a full board of guaranteed matching slots. The crewmate Jinbe is the Treasure Map version by the way, not the legend. And finally we want to activate Chopper to deal with both the attack down and defense up, and free to play Ulti to damage Black Maria and get a chain boost for an easier time against the main boss. And these are all of my teams and strategies for the new Treasure Map versus Who's Who. As always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.